Hello, hello, hello. Happy Monday, and welcome to another episode of the Business Breakthrough with Barbara Show. How's everyone doing today? Today's topic was very popular. Um, when I told you guys we were speaking about this today, we are talking all about how to make sales without having to DM people. Direct message, Facebook message, Instagram message, whatever you want to call it. Um, so yeah, a lot of you were very interested in this topic. A lot of you were like, heck yes, I'm so excited to learn this. So I'm very excited to hop on here on Mondays and teach you guys new perspectives and new ways of doing things in your business. But I'm even more excited when it's something that you guys need and it's something that a lot of you are looking for because my number one goal is to help you build a wildly profitable coaching business. And the more that I can do that, the happier and more fulfilled that I am. So when I speak about things that you're struggling with or that you want to learn, it just lights up my day. So obviously, as always, I'm very excited to be here. This group is growing unbelievably fast. Um, we are getting so many new members every single week. So if you are new to this space, welcome. Um, if you don't know me, my name is Barbara Juliano, and I am a business and confidence coach who works with coaches from all over the world to help them start, grow, and scale wildly profitable coaching businesses through strategy, confidence, and intuition. That was super wordy, but just to give you a little bit of insight as to who I am and why you should probably listen to me. I've been in this industry for over 6 years, and I have seen so much magic happen in so many of my clients' lives, which is why I do what I do. Um, uh, Before we begin, there's always a few pointers I want to tell you guys. Okay, we got a new mini training. I've been talking about this for a few days. It's called the number one way I get booked out with clients that pay. And obviously, the way that you're going to get booked out with clients that pay, if you want to download that, it's completely free for now. Link should be in the description. It's really awesome. And it's only 20 minutes long, and it's going to simplify the way that you do business forever. Like you no longer need to wonder what you should be doing to grow your business because this training has it all. Um, what else? What else? What else? I also want to announce last week's winner for a weekly one-on-one coaching session, one-on-one business coaching session giveaway. If you don't know, every single Monday when you are here live or watching the replay, if you drop me an emoji, a GIF, or you write a comment that says, I'm in, I want it, session, raffle, whatever you want, just let me know that you want to participate in the raffle. We pick one person every single week for now. We may change it to every month, so take advantage of it right now. As my calendar gets booked out, I can't take that many free sessions. So this is your time to apply if you want to. So all you have to do is just let me know. I'm here. I'm watching it, whether I'm here live or watching the replay. Drop me something to let me know that you want to apply. And then at the end of the week, we go through the comments and we pick one person that will get a 45-minute one-on-one coaching session with me where we would dive really deep into your business, what you're struggling with, what needs to happen for you to start getting clients or get your next batch of clients. Whether it's confidence related or whether it's strategy related, it don't matter. We figure out what you need to address in that session. So congratulations to last week winners, who was Cynthia Williams Stevenson. Stevenson, I think that's how you say it. If I'm saying it wrong, I'm sorry. Just let me know. We ask that you message us so we can set you up with your session. And I asked all of you watching this right now, live or the replay, apply. It really doesn't matter if you've applied before. It doesn't matter if you've already gotten a session. It doesn't matter if you're a past client. It literally doesn't matter. Just apply by letting me know that you want to apply by commenting on this live stream. Okay, so I think that's all the groundwork that I wanted to cover today. Hi, Julie. Welcome. Good morning, everyone. Let me know that you're here. I always like knowing when you guys are here. I like making sure that things are working correctly, and that we're good to go. Okay. All right. So let's talk about selling through DMs because so many people feel so uncomfortable with this. Um, and before I tell you what to do, so that good morning, Pascal. Hey, yay, new for the new training. We'll listen to it today. Thanks, Barbara. Yay, you're so welcome. I think you guys are really gonna like it. Welcome, welcome. Okay, love seeing you guys here. Um, Beautiful. I got sidetracked. Okay, so DMing people. I think the first thing I want to say today before I teach you how to sell without doing it is to let you know that there is absolutely zero wrong with DMing, with using your DMs as a tactic. There is nothing wrong with that at all. I think it's when it gets taught incorrectly. Like I've seen some courses or some people online selling things like make sales without ever getting on a call, make sales just DMing people, um, get my template, my DM template so you can convert clients. Like, I think that's when it starts feeling wrong because what happens is instead of using this beautiful thing that Facebook provides us to build a relationship with someone, instead of using it for that, which is an imperative part of converting a client, a potential client, into a paying client, what we're doing is we are using it as a one size fits all sales tactic that probably feels very icky and gross, right? Like copying and pasting a whole bunch of messages trying to get a sale, it's not going to feel good. Using your Facebook inbox just to try to convert someone, it's going to feel pushy, right? So I think it's when we do it the wrong way and when we do it with the wrong intention and the wrong goal in mind, um, that it really becomes a tactic that no one wants to do, which is why I really don't like the way that a lot of people are teaching this because they're teaching it as like the vehicle to sales, like only use this to make sales. And I don't see it like that. I see it as a branch of your business. If you decide to ever do it, you don't have to do it. And if you don't want to do it, that's what we're going to talk about today. But if you do decide to do it, it's not I'm going to use direct messages to convert, right? It's more of direct messages are a part of this sales vehicle that I created in my business, right? Like it's a part of it. It's not the whole thing. It's not the whole car. It's not the whole street or the whole map. It's just a little thing that supports you in that journey. And when you see it like that, then there's so much less pressure. And you can do it from a place of serving. You can do it from a place of being a CEO in your business. You can do it from a place of making things easier for you versus I need to make sales through my DMs. Okay. Um, I think DMs, if we simplify it, is like encompassing one of the oldest business practices to ever exist, which is building relationships. That's what it helps you do. It's not that it helps you convert. It's not that it helps you make sales. It's not that with like the perfect script, you are going to get more clients. It's really more of like, it's just a little tool that you use through your sales process that's going to help you build a relationship. And the more that you build a relationship and you do it from a place of serving and caring and curiosity, the more that you're going to get clients, right? When we do it wrong, that's when we don't want to do it at all. Okay. Um, the other thing that DMs help you with, guys, is creating a touch point. Okay. So I keep talking about like, and by the way, let me know if you're getting this so far, or if you're like super triggered because you're like, no, this does not feel like the thing I ever want to do. I want to know your insight as I move along. But I keep talking about a vehicle to sales and a journey to sales, right? Like a road. And what I always teach is like, it's not that you're going to make a post and then you're going to make a sale. It's not that you're going to reach out to someone and then you're going to convert. It's not that you're going to send an email and then you're going to get a PayPal notification. That's not how it works. It typically, every once in a while, it works like that, right? Like someone saw your post, they loved you, they liked you, they signed up for it. It does happen. And it happens quite frequently, right? But more times than not, a lot more of your sales are going to happen through a journey, right? So someone finds you, they get to know you, they look at your content, they see your stuff. Then, for the first time ever, they see one out of your 20 promotional posts that you've ever posted, and they're like, oh, she's got something. That's pretty cool. And then they forget about it. Then 2 days later, they are going to see an email where you're promoting the same thing. And they're going to be like, that's pretty interesting. I really have been digging her vibe and I trust her. I trust her. I connect with her. I like what she has to say. She's really helped me. I feel really happy with what I've learned from her. Let me check out this sales email. And then they're going to go ahead and open that email. They're going to read it and they're going to be like, oh, really cool. Maybe I'll click on the sales page later. Then they're going to forget because they're humans and there's an abundant amount of information on the internet. There's also so many things that we have to deal with in our day-to-day lives. Their kids are going to come, they're going to get distracted, they're going to have to go for their daily run, and then they're going to have to make dinner, and they completely forget about your offer, right? This is where most people fail, right? Because they're like, I did this and it didn't work. I did this and it didn't work. And then I did this and it didn't work. And the thing is, like, it's working. We just can't see it yet. We can't see the sale until we make it. Okay. But all those little touch points that you're creating are working because that's priming your people. That's creating repetition. That's making them intrigued. That's pushing them to take the next step, right? Like they went from seeing a post to opening an email to clicking on your sales page, right? And now that they clicked on your sales page, they probably have to see it a few times. How many times have you bought something and you've read the sales page or you've read the Amazon description or you literally have opened up the website like 10 times, right? And then you buy. That's because it happens with everything. It's not just in the coaching industry, it's everything. Even if you think about a normal grocery store trip, there's so many times where you see something new and you're like, this ring light is super cool and super interesting. It's $30. Yeah, maybe I'll get it next time. And then you don't get it, but then you go again and you see it again, and then you go again and you see it again until finally you're like, you know what? I really want this. I'm just going to go ahead and get it. But a lot of times it doesn't happen instantaneously. So the vehicle, the sales vehicle and the sales journey has different touch points. And the more touch points that you can create with your clients, the more that you're going to convert. And the more consistently that we do this, the easier and the more that you convert. Because let's say this individual went through this sales process, through this launch or this promotional window that you had, and they didn't buy. Okay, totally fine. Because what happens is, next time that you go through that process, now you're creating even more touch points and they're more likely to convert then. And then the more consistent growth that you have in your community and the more people that are going through your sales processes over and over and over again, that's when you go from selling one coaching package to selling 3 coaching packages to getting booked out and having to open up more spots to having to hire a VA because you're consistently getting and cycling people through your sales cycle. Good morning, Olivia. Welcome. Does this make sense? Okay. It's not one thing. It's a whole bunch of touch points that's going to help you get booked out. Now, what DMing is not a sales tactic. It's a little piece of your sales process. It is a sales tactic, but it's not a sales strategy. It's not the only thing. You're not going to grab DMs and get like it doesn't work like that. It's just a touch point. So if you're seeing it from that perspective of like, this is a great touch point, this is a really easy way for me to follow up with people, then it's very effective. And it could be a beautiful, beautiful strategy because you're coming from a place of service, filling gaps in your businesses, making things easier from you, right? Instead of like emailing back and forward, you could just simply check in on people and see how they're doing, answer any questions. And that's how DMs work. Now, do you need to DM people to be selling? Absolutely not. And after that long introduction, we are going to talk about how to actually make sales without it. Okay. So, first, yes, makes sense. Okay, perfect. Perfect. I'm happy that you guys are with me. So, how do we make sales without DMing people? So, first things first, if you're not using DMs to follow up, totally fine. My question is, what are you using to follow up? You have to have a way to follow up with people because, as we were talking about, selling is a journey, a road, a process, right? And one of the most important pieces of that process is following up with people because we're busy, we get distracted, we forget, we have resistance, we may have some objections, right? And us following up with individuals who we've spoken with in the past or who have shared some interest in your programs is such an important part of sales. After this live stream, not right now, but after this live stream, I want you to Google like why it's important to follow up in business. And you're going to see hundreds of articles explaining how important it is to do it. My dad, I always talk about this, he started his business decades ago. There was no internet, there was no Facebook, there was no Instagram, there was nothing, right? But what there was the capacity to build relationships, right? And the ability to follow up with individuals. That's how he built his business from scratch. And it's really just taking that concept into our online business. Same thing, different methods. So if you're not using DMs, totally fine. Just find a way to follow up with individuals. That could be a phone call. That could be sending an email, right? Like there just has to be a method of communication where you could be like, hey, just following up after our last call. How are you feeling? Do you have any questions? Hey, just following up after that last conversation that we had. What's going on? Are you feeling ready to move forward? Do you have any additional questions, right? So that's for follow-up purposes. Now, if you don't want to sell at all through DMs, here's what you need to do instead. You just need to find a tactic that you can input into that sales process that helps you build relationships. It's really, really simple. It's really simple. Don't DM people, don't message them, but find a tactic that you can input into your process to help you build consistent relationships. Okay? That could look like getting on free calls, right? So you don't want to be messaging people, that's not your thing. Get on a free call, right? Like build a relationship that way. Let's say you don't want to DM people or get on a free call. Then run monthly challenges, right? Where you are face to face with individuals, you are talking to them, you are teaching them, you are helping them with a specific subject matter, right? You could also do public speaking or networking. You could also create a sales funnel that truly encompasses who you are, what you do, how you can help them, and it's building a relationship through the entire thing. You could also just do a weekly live stream show where you're building a relationship with your individuals and then with your community members. And as they build that relationship, they're more likely to go do the things that you ask them to do, right? Like sign up for training, sign up for programs, do this, do that, right? So DMs are not a necessary thing. Like it's not one of those things that has like the little star of like required. Not at all. It's like something that you could totally skip. But what I ask you to do is just find a replacement, right? Because it's not about the DM itself. It's not about the messaging the people that's going to help you convert. It's about how are you building a relationship? How are you showcasing your expertise? Uh-huh. And how are you making sure that you are moving through that sales process cohesively over and over again in a way that's actually going to help you make sales? Okay, so far, Does this resonate? Does this feel good? Does this help you understand? You don't need to be messaging people. You can totally get booked out and make a ton of sales without doing so. However, if you want to do it, there's nothing wrong with it if you do it the right way. Um, the your Facebook inbox is just a tiny tool. That tool can easily be replaced with something else. It's that easy. I actually got an email from one of you last week. Oh my God, I wish I remember who it was. But it was, I think, last Friday or the Friday before. I sent out my Friday newsletter, and instead of sending you like a program or something that I'm promoting, I actually sent you guys an AMA. Ask me anything. And I got dozens and dozens of questions from you. And one of the questions was, did you start with your Facebook group? Like, do you only use your Facebook group to make sales, or do you do something else? Like, do you have other strategies in place? And my answer was, my Facebook group is the main thing, and then there's different tactics that stem from that, right? So if you can look at it that way, where it's like your challenge could be the way that you grow community and nurture and connect, and then there's different strategies from that. Or networking is the way that you connect with people and you bring them into your community and you make sales, and then you have different tactics from that. Or your weekly live stream show, like whatever you pick for that piece of the vehicle to be your thing, there's always additional branches that you can add. DMing is one of them, right? DMing doesn't have to be the central piece of your business. it it's honestly not even something that you need to get a course for or a script for or anything like that. It's just a tool that you use for whatever vehicle you choose to implement to make sales, right? So for me, my Facebook group is my main thing. This is how I bring in new leads consistently. This is how I make sales consistently. Now that I have a team and that I have a little bit more support and that I've mastered the foundations of this nucleus of my business, now I do more, right? Like now from these Facebook groups, I also do personal reach out. Now from this Facebook group, I also do a weekly live stream show. Now from this Facebook group, I also create email funnels to continue building a relationship. And from this Facebook group, I also get on the phone with a ton of you for free to help you out and support you. Like our weekly giveaway, right? Where I literally hop on the phone to support you for 45 minutes. These are just things that branch out from the nucleus of building relationships in my business to make it better, to make it stronger, to make it work more effectively. Do I need to do all of that? No, I don't. Does it help to expand and branch out little by little as you have the capacity to do so? Of course. Of course. That's when people start saying that things feel easy, when they can create a sales process that expands as they expand and that feels really, really good. Okay. Oh, that was a lot. How do you guys feel? Do you have a new perspective on DMing people? Are you finally coming to terms with the fact that you don't have to do it and that you can still build a ton of profitability without DMing people, right? Does this resonate? Did it help? Let me know in the comment section. I think this is it for today. Last reminder, if you want to apply for a free one-on-one business coaching session with me, drop me an emoji, drop me a GIF, let me know that you're here. Let me know that you're watching, that you want to apply for the raffle, whatever you want. I'm really not rigid about it. I just want to make sure that you want it. And then at the end of the week, we pick one weekly winner. But yeah, that's it. Any other questions, whether you're here live or watching the replay, if they come up afterwards, or if you want me to go deeper into anything, leave them in the comments because I always come back and answer comments. And if it's something that I can expand on a lot more, I will add that to our weekly show schedule and do an entire show about it. But other than that, guys, happy Monday. Have an amazing start of your week. You will see me in here throughout the week. You will see me next Monday, as always, at 10 a.m. Eastern. And yeah, I'm just really excited to see what you guys are working on. I'm really excited to see what your goals are, what your intentions are, to celebrate with you as always, and to continue supporting you as I love doing every single week. Thank you for everyone who joins live. You know, I love having you guys here, connecting with me, jiving with me, and all that good stuff. And for those of you who go through the free mini training, let me know what you think about it and keep working on your business because everything happens one baby step at a time. Bye, everyone.